Well, welcome back, and we're going to move out of access control and classification schemes and now move into looking at security architecture models. And during this particular video, we're going to go back and look at the granddaddy of all models, the Trusted Computer System Evaluation Criteria. What an ugly name, but that's the grandfather or granddaddy of them all. So let's start with defining what a security architecture model is, and then we'll move in and start looking at the Rainbow series, and then talking a little bit about what a reference monitor is and a covert channel. So that's what you should get out of this particular video. So definition: security architecture model. It's a model that helps the organization make improvements through adaptations. The idea is give you a holistic model of looking at your computing base, and then how do we harden the entire thing, make sure you don't miss anything. You're looking at hardware and software. Some of the models are going to be via policy. Some of the models are going to be via technology. Some are going to focus on confidentiality or integrity, others are not. And so as you're going through this idea is to give you a model, this kind of conceptual framework that solves a component of your problem. So let's start off and look at the Rainbow series, as it's affectionately known, or the Trusted Computer System Evaluation Criteria. So this came out, well, at least the first time I saw it was the early 80s. Each of the books in the series has a different color, and the orange book was considered the cornerstone of it, and thus it was called the Rainbow series. Not too many people called it the Trusted Computer System Evaluation Criteria for obvious reasons. It just doesn't roll off, the tongue. TCSEC. And the idea behind this was to look at and try to construct a trusted computing base. So what's in a trusted computing base? The idea was, let's look at all hardware, all firmware, all software, and make sure that they're working together to enforce a security policy. So it's a kind of a holistic look. And what you would have is you would just have certain computer hardware that was authorized to meet this standard, and certain software that was authorized within this standard. And otherwise you couldn't add or delete from it, because you could compromise the entire system. And there were two kind of important concepts that came out of this, one of which is this idea of a reference monitor. And so the reference monitor, the idea is we're going to have one part of the system that we're going to harden, and that one part of the system is going to mediate all access to the software or hardware or firmware on that particular computer system by the users. And so you've got this one, if you will, a trusted agent that is doing that control. Well, conceptually it sounds wonderful. Practically it's really hard to implement, to have one component that can do that and not be compromised and still provide adequate user performance and the satisfaction. The other thing that came out of this was the idea of a covert channel. And this is an unauthorized, or perhaps more importantly, the word is unintended, method of communications hidden inside the computer. And so perhaps you've seen some of the YouTube videos where people use their computer and accessing the hard drive to play a song. Well, that's an idea of a covert channel. You're actually taking something, the hard disk access, and you're using that to convey a different message or to hide a different message. Another good example that was popular just a couple of years ago was called stenography. And stenography involved hiding messages inside pictures. And so what you would do is you'd see a picture, for example, of Texas A&M Stadium, and what you didn't know is some of the pixels in this very large picture had been altered, and there was an algorithm to altering it so as to convey a text message. So there was a text message hidden in the picture, and if you're looking, you see an email, you see an attachment of a picture, nothing and it's at Texas A&M, nothing suspicious. But if you've got the right software, you can actually pull a text message out of the picture. So that's the idea behind a covert channel. Again, there are some examples here in terms of storage or in terms of timing, certain timing events. It actually goes back a while. Again, when this policy was being developed, different keys on the keyboard or on a typewriter had a different sound associated with them. And people actually built listening devices and could tell what was being typed, not by seeing the piece of paper, but by listening to the sound that the typewriter provided. That's an example of a covert channel. All right, well, good. We've talked about the granddaddy of all standards, the rainbow standard, and what we're going to do now is move into some legacy. I don't want to say legacy, but some of those foundational models. And the first one we're going to look at is the Bell confidentiality model. So that'll be in the next video. Look forward to seeing you there.